Now we bring you the Commonwealth lightweight title fight here in Manchester this weekend. Bobby Vanzie of Bradford making a first defence. He is the reigning British and Commonwealth champion. A southpaw showman from Bradford with an unbeaten record so far. Up against him, Vincent of Guyana, an experienced fighter with a long list of credits against world-class operators. Let's pick it up with 4 rounds to go.
So the 9th round of this Commonwealth lightweight championship fight, which has not thrilled too many people so far, been very one-sided, with Bradford's Bobby Vanzie in his first defence doing just about all he wants to do against an opponent who hasn't really gone for it that much. And there's a body shot here that's gone very low by the look of it from Vanzie. Howard complaining. Roy Francis, the referee, says just get on with it. And the only inference you can draw there is he didn't really believe in him.
Well, he's hurt, certainly upset by something. Now this is where Vanzie's just got to keep the pressure on. He can't really let up.
And Howard shows a bit of fire. At last, we get some good competitive action. Well, give Howard some credit there. He was under pressure and came back firing. There's no doubt about it there. Vanzie, I think, was trying to pour in so many punches that the referee might have stepped in.
Well, he certainly did that, tried the right thing, Vanzie, and even so, it's brought Howard out of his shell a little bit. That might leave him open and make it easier for Vanzie to connect now, if Howard is not as negative.
We've waited a long time for it, but it was the best little half a minute of the contest. Not saying a lot, mind you. I think Howard is trying harder now, isn't he?
Yes, at this stage he's trying a little bit harder, but to be fair, he couldn't really try any less unless he just sat down.
The man who's been the distance with world featherweight champion of old Tom Johnson and another world champion in Kevin Kelly and Jose Badillo, the man who fought Prince Nassim Hamed. Well, all three of those did, didn't they? They couldn't stop him.
He must have some sort of snake charmer quality where he just sort of bores the viper to sleep, doesn't he? And just stops his opponents doing anything.
Is it just the opponent?
Good question.
Good uppercut on the inside from Vanzie. He does have quite a good repertoire of punches. Untidy on the inside. Now then, was there a serious low blow here from Vanzie?
Yep. I think that counted as one, didn't it? I think that was definitely yep. That was definitely a low blow, so he had an excuse to be in a little bit of discomfort there, and this is where Vanzie paused on the pressure, doing the right thing, but Howard showing a bit of character and a bit of fire for the first time in this fight, and comes firing back with 2 or 3 shots.
Good exchange, best exchange of the contest by far. None of those landing very cleanly, though. 10th round, due to go 12 for the Commonwealth lightweight title. They've been in the ring for just over half an hour so far. It seemed like about 3 hours, isn't it?
It is. He's just turned away now, Howard, and I'm not sure what was wrong with him there. Just decided to turn away. Whether he got caught with something.
A little distress signal, a right uppercut. Snapped home too from Vanzie. Referee Roy Francis takes a slightly closer look at the man from Guyana.
Well, he did show a distress signal there, just looked away.
Thought we were going to get another body slam there for a moment. It didn't come to be. Thinking back to the Nassim Hamed Cesar Soto fight. If you didn't catch that one, by the way, well done.
Yes, unfortunately not one of Nassim's best ones.
Lot landing on the glove, but not the left hand. That seemed to take something out of Howard. Seemed to just stiffen up for a moment.
Well, that was a classic combination from Vanzie, showing that he has ability, he can turn it on, and this is a much better part of the fight. Vanzie showing a bit of devil, maybe feeling that, you know, these distress signals are showing signs of Howard starting to weaken, and Vanzie looking to seize the opportunity.
He's only got 7 stoppage wins out of 15 so far, Vanzie. But the camp feel that he is something of a puncher, or he is potentially anyway. But he throws a lot of punches in a kind of off-balance position, doesn't he? Because of his style.
Yes, he does. It's the movement. I mean, the power comes from the feet, from the legs, and the way you transfer it. And you know, if you're moving a lot, it's very difficult to get that power.
But you couldn't imagine him changing his style, could you?
No, you couldn't. And I think it'd be wrong to try and change somebody. He's talented. Somebody like Vanzie, he's talented. You know, he does it, you know, his way, and he has success. And I think all you can do is try and polish him up.
There's no point tampering with it. He does what he does. He's got plenty of qualities. That's a nice right hand. His best qualities are his movement and hand speed. It's another Vanzie round. Here's the final round of this one then for the Commonwealth lightweight crown. It's been very, very one-sided, with Bobby Vanzie really just being able to go through his repertoire of almost party tricks against an opponent who's been not very competitive very often during the fight, save perhaps the 8th round.
Yes, not very competitive, not that often, but not very good very often.
A poor championship match. I don't know, we've been critical of Howard. I think really the answer is he's just not that good. He's just durable, isn't he? Nothing more.
That's it. I think, you know, durable is feather and super feather, and you know, he's stood there. He's went through with fights against decent operators, but you know, obviously he didn't put much back against Kelly or Badillo or any of the others.
Yeah, some of these survivors have actually got quite a good level of ability, or did have at one point, and it just suits them to turn into that kind of fighter maybe later in their career. This guy, I don't really think, due respect to him, he has the level of ability to even be competitive with Vanzie.
No, he didn't. I mean, he's shown no competitiveness in there. He's rushed forward once or twice, but other than that, it's been one-way traffic. Nothing more than a good sparring session for Vanzie. You know, he'll be happy just to get rid of the frustrations of not getting the fight with Smith, and to get the payday. You know, which obviously, you know, is still important to a fighter like Vanzie. You know, he's got to make a living.
He used to have a job working in a clothes store. He's a full-time boxer now. There'll be some bigger paydays down the road, hopefully, for him. If he can keep winning, fight should loom up with the likes of Schwer, Ayers and Dunn, or one of them anyway, you'd think. Steve Smith, of course, standing in the way too when their postponed fight eventually gets to the ring, hopefully sometime early in the new year. Sometimes he's looked snappy and flashy and efficient with his punches. Vanzie. In other rounds, he's just had no kind of timing. It's been a curious performance, really. I think he's found motivation hard here and concentration.
Well, I think he has, because really, he's had to make the fight. The fight's been all his doing. It's what he's wanted to orchestrate. So that's where it's hard. At times, he hasn't felt like it or went to sleep a little bit, and his timing's been off. But it's been all one-way traffic.
There it is. It's over. The results of formality. Vanzie, a huge winner, retains his Commonwealth lightweight crown in a match which probably should not have been sanctioned by the Commonwealth Championships Committee, but it probably helped Vanzie, to be fair to them, to give it the nod and give him the workout.
Yeah, I think that's the best you can say about it, really, Ian. It was a fight Bobby Vanzie, I'm sure, will be glad to get over. He got the workout.
He's not the only one. Crowd are quite happy it's over too. And Howard, grand total of 53 punches landed in 12 rounds. It tells its own story.
And that's in a title fight as well, so I mean, where's the pride, and where's the work rate, and the ambition that most fighters, you think of how many young fighters would give so much to get a title shot like this, and really, we've seen them in domestic fights work like mad for that.
We're going to get the announcement now. If it's 120-108 on the referee's scorecard, you know that every round was given to Vanzie. Let's find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, referee Roy Francis' scorecard reads: for Howard, 110 points. For Vanzie, 119 points. He's the winner and still the Commonwealth lightweight champion from Bradford, Bobby Vanzie.
And the referee Roy Francis saw it 10 rounds to 1 with 1 even. It was embarrassingly one-sided.
He's unbeaten, but is he everybody's cup of tea?
He's certainly not my cup of tea. I'm not so sure about him.
That sounded like a planted question, didn't it?
Go on. Yeah, my attitude is he needs to try to be a little bit more consistent. He blows hot and cold. He is a puncher, but he doesn't seem to be able to land his punches or do things consistently, work his way towards a finish. He's got to do that to impress people. I tell you what, Smith has a chance against him in the lightweight title.
Let's hope it does happen.